What is wrong with the signal down here right now? Boy, that's weird. Schedule for 4:22. What the heck is this stuff? Really? Let me back off of YouTube and come back on. Getting a perfect signal from my regular cell phone. All right, let's try that again. Hey, yo, folks, thanks for coming in. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties there a minute ago. We went live, and the stupid thing, it was acting very, very weird. Hannah, how you doing, Hannah? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Yeah, she was acting weird there. We were, you guys missed a pretty good bass, unfortunately. I caught about a 2 pound largemouth down here, and unfortunately the phone went. I don't know why it did that. I mean, I got a perfect signal. Thank you guys for coming in. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Now I got to go through all the intro again. How you doing, my friends? Welcome back in, my friends. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Yes, sirree. Welcome back in. Sorry about not getting out yesterday. I had to go to the emergency room. My eye was like really bad. Yeah, unfortunately, I've got a scratch in my cornery, and had to go into the emergency room. They had to give me some antibiotic drops and and some pain medication because that eye is hurting really, really bad. But I'm out here fishing, folks. What better name for this live feed than Buzz Pop Spin? Yes, sirree. Going to be focusing in on the old spinnerbait, a rooster tail. Let's see, popper, and even casting around an old buzzbait down here. Yeah, there's some snot grass right down there in this one spot. Yeah, I hit it 4 or 5 times before I pulled it up, and I got that bass. Man, mm, folks, that's frustrating. I turned the live feed on, and the moment I turned the live feed on, she went to redo this thing. So I looked at it; it was on. So I came over here and let me check to make sure she didn't do that again. That can be frustrating when that does that. That looks okay now. Yeah, I do apologize for folks not getting out yesterday. My eye was really, really bad. Let me make sure everything's okay with this thing. Let's see, Jason, what's going on? How you doing today, Jason? Jason says, Mike, brother. Let's see, and Hannah. How you doing today, Hannah? Siri, welcome back to MBP Fishing. Hope you guys enjoy the show today. As you guys can see, we're down here at Fairgrounds Park again in St. Louis, Missouri. And man, you guys missed it like a 2 pound largemouth. I just caught one over here, and the feed went. I pressed the button and it didn't even go on. It went, okay, you're live, and the moment I walked away from it, it went, yeah, it messed up. That's not my fault. I've got a perfect signal down here. I don't know why YouTube did that to me, but all right, no skunk on the feed, but no skunk today, but skunk on the feed still. I've gotta catch a bass now on feed. Or catch a fish at least. Name of the video is Buzzbait Pop, because that's the techniques we're going to be focusing on today. And I can't even get the popper over there in that one spot without getting snot grass on it. So we might be moving the camera down a little bit. I couldn't tell that there's a big line of snot grass that extends from the shoreline to that tree stick there. I ripped through it the first time. Reason why I got that bass, and now kind of frustrating when that does that, folks. I got everything set up. Come out here, turn the feed on, and She messes up on me. We got a lot of shoreline to cover. A lot of fishing to do. Hope you guys enjoy the show today. Yeah, I promise you guys a live feed. My eyes hurting pretty dang bad, but I'm gonna deal with it. I'm going to deal with it. That's a way further than I anticipated that cast would go. Hey, little ducklings! The little ducklings are back. Are you guys gonna follow me around the lake because I fed you yesterday evening? Probably. Temperature's about 92 degrees, 90, something like that. Pretty warm, folks. Pretty dang warm. Sweating my butt off, but right for you guys. Yeah, I was wrong on the locations here. I didn't realize there was some snot grass in there. So let me move down just a hair. I can come check that chat. Grab my equipment and everything. This is the best way to fish this spot, folks. Is just basically inch your way down these shorelines because every spot is going to hold a couple bass. I did, folks. I had a 2-pound largemouth already up to the bank. Caught him, released him. I come over and was going to check that chat with you guys, and I realized it was on cloud type dumb thing that it does when it does not want to give you a signal. But we're in now, folks. We are in now. And it says, hi, Jason. Tink, what's going on? How you doing, Tink? Tink says, Mike, how's your eye? It hurts pretty bad. I've been putting antibiotic drops in it that got me taking ibuprofen and Tylenol. Mahad, what's going on? How you doing, Mahad? Mahad says hi. Mahad says hi, my friend. How are you? Yeah, could be better, but we're out here fishing. A dream. Thank you for that star. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for those gems. Let's see, Hannah says, how's everyone doing today? Let's see, Bambi says, how is everyone? Mahad says hi. Mahad says, how much fish? I caught a largemouth, about 2 pounds. Unfortunately, the live feed was messing up. So we had her on, and I walked over here to talk to you guys, and it messed up. Hi, buddies. Leave my lures alone. Look at them. You little stinkers, leave me alone. Sheesh. Let's see if we can get the skunk off the board. I'll cast around the rooster tail for a minute here. Ah, let go of it. Dang. Little sucker is stuck. All right. That bass I caught was on the spinner bait, of course. And we're going to cast this around here a minute, see if we can get a bluegill, crappie, bass, who knows. Yeah, this is a very, very effective lure, these rooster tails. If you notice, folks, I've got this on 6-pound test, but I've also got a 4-pound leader on that, about a foot long. That way these fish, this water is getting quite clear. Snot grass. Got a little bit too close to the bottom. That's just an inconvenience, folks. You're going to have to deal with that stuff when you're fishing a lake like this. In all honesty, I'd probably do better with this inline if I had 8-pound test on it because it sinks slower. But then again, I wouldn't be able to cast it as far, so it's kind of like got a better on one thing, but not as good on the other. So this lake is pretty shallow. I want a lure that the spinner that doesn't sink too quickly. Most lures I want that type of thing because I don't want it into that grass and algae and stuff. Interesting. Boy, I got this tree right in my dang way. Tell you what, let me get a couple casts with this popper over here. Get it underneath these trees and right over here by the edge of this shoreline. This looks so good, folks. I'm expecting every cast for something to pulverize it. Wind is blowing pretty good, but around around this one shoreline, we've got that wind block the shoreline creates right around the edge. Man, I cannot believe that just didn't get crushed. Take a cast back where we just casted. This works actually a lot, folks. If you ever done bass fishing, you'll learn that a lot of times the fish will move away from the bank when you move in, but when you move away from that bank, that fish will come right back. Especially in these heavily fished ponds and lakes, they know to get away from you when you come in. Wonder if a buzzbait would be better down here right now. I'm not sure. We do have a little bit of chop here, and that could be call for a buzzer rather than the popper. That moves a little faster, gets some reflex strikes out of the fish. This little rebel pop got to more like finesse it, get them to come up. Obviously, I didn't pick the right location. We should be. These trees and stuff are in the way. All right, but spinnerbait. Oh, there's some fry down there. And more snot grass, I'm afraid. It looks pretty good. Why is that helicopter? That's another police helicopter. They're obviously chasing someone. I can't get through that spot without hitting stupid snot grass. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a difficulty. I might have to put the buzzbait on because I can't get through this stuff with a regular spinnerbait. And the chatterbait does the same thing. It'll get clogged in that crap pretty quick. That's why I got the mic feed on, so I can take a few casts a little bit further distance every time I walk a little bit. There are fry everywhere down here, folks. There's little baby fry everywhere. That's kind of what this is supposed to resemble, is something going after those little baby fry. Hang on, folks. I'll get back to you in just a second here. Okay. Move on down a little more, and I'll come talk to you guys. Yeah, I keep moving away from these guys. Cutting the dirt, pretty much. With the Man, there's a lot of noise, folks. So believe you me, you're so glad that you've got the mic feed on today. We got 3 weed whackers over here digging the dirt up. We've got helicopters circling every 5 seconds. Yeah, that's what I deal with when I'm down here. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, how you doing? Come check that chat, see what's going on. Let's see, Hannah says hi. Tink. See Mahad. And Adrian, what's going on? How you doing, Adrian? Adrian says MBP Fishing. Let's see, Hannah says, hi, everyone. Really good. Yeah, we're pixelated, folks. That's a little rude. That's just significantly rude. Well, there goes this spot. I'm thinking, folks. Tell you what. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to move. Let me see how far this guy goes with this. Cast times out here with a rooster tail. Cutting the dirt. Wonderful. Yeah, we're going to have to move to the other side, folks. It's frustrating. Significantly frustrated, to say the least. I'm moving, folks. Yeah, this guy's not gonna quit doing this, so we're grabbing the rods and we'll move. Let me put up all this stuff and we'll get moving here, folks. Oh. Hang on a minute, folks. Hello. Let me get my stuff, I'll move. All right, backpacks are set, folks. Let me make sure that's on my back over here. Scissors. I just looked at the law on they're not allowed to work within a few feet of you like this. Hang on, folks. Let me stick you in my pocket. If it's not one thing, it's another, right, folks? Welcome. What, folks? We're gonna move. Oh man, I don't know. I think we're gonna move all the way to the other side of the lake because after they cut that stuff, there's no real point to keep on fishing in this location. That's not gonna work. After they cut that, those fish are gonna be out in the middle of the lake for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just fell right through. What are you doing that for? Yeah, we're just getting our stuff together, folks. We're gonna move. Unfortunately, they some boundary issues. Yeah, I'm getting everything together so you guys can ride with me relatively easily. I do apologize. All right, let's get on moving, folks. Yeah, after they cut that stuff, all those fish are not going to be. I don't know. Let's take a peek cast over here, see if there's anything down here. It doesn't look like they cut down here, so. I am sorry, folks. I just looked at the law on Google. They're not supposed to come within 10 feet of an individual using the park grounds like that, but I guess they don't give a friggin' crap. I don't know. Hang on, folks. Let me get you back on the tripod now. Let's say hello. All of a sudden, they just come running up to me and cut the dirt. There's no stuff here to cut. Plus, that noise was really messing with my eye, hurt my head. Oh, well. I wanted to give you guys a different location, but apparently the people that work down here decided they wanted to cut the dirt right in front of me. Well, sorry about that, folks. Again, I do apologize. Let's see what's going on in chat. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Tell you what, I don't know what about you guys, but that is really on my nerves. I see, well, we gotta reset that, don't we? Scroll up and down. Let's see, 12 people in and 26 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see, Danny, what's going on? How you doing today, Danny? Let's see, Dan and Seth. That's J.O. is in the house. How you doing, Seth, J.O.? And Ranyo. How you doing today, Ranyo? Appreciate you guys coming in, my friends. And Dave, how you doing, Dave? Dave also says hi. Abby, how you doing, Abby? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. All right, we are not pixelated, so tell you what, let's get back to the fishing. Yeah, oh boy. Whatever. And I just grabbed my stuff and went. Everything got tangled. Crap. Well, that's one out. That's luckily. You get one out, you usually get the rest. All right, they're both untangled. Probably cast a popper here. After that, folks, they're gonna spook that shoreline. There's no way those bass and stuff are gonna be setting by that edge. They'll have taken off out into the depth for at least an hour or so. And helicopter, that guy's been circling us for the last 20 minutes. Hopefully you guys aren't being bothered by it by the with the mic feed on. Well, it might have been a good thing. You never know. This could be a better spot. The shoreline here has got less wind on it, so that can be an attribute down here in this lake. It's so shallow; these fish just don't like a lot of wind. Oh, get off of me! Dang it! Get off! I really didn't feel up to fishing the river today, folks. I really didn't. And we are way off camera feed, aren't we? And why is that doing that? It went to a commercial. Why are you doing that? Sheesh, dude. All right, 9 people still in. Incredible, my friends. I'm seeing 28 thumbs up. Awesome. All right, our angles are like that, so hopefully we'll be okay. I'm sure there's a big old bass down here that's gonna bust on something. We just gotta figure it out and be patient. Plus, I've got the spinner bait. If that doesn't pan out, we did have one largemouth right off feed. Beginning of the feed, it didn't work. It went immediately to cloud. It went you're live, and the moment I walked away from it, went to yeah. Please try again. Please try again. Crap. But it didn't do that until after I walked away, so I didn't notice it. And that helicopter's been circling right over my head for the last friggin' hour and a half. Dude, you want to check my license? Seriously, come down here and check my friggin' license. Circle. There ain't no one even in this park but me. There's literally no one else in this park but me. Oh, that's a pop. Mm-mm. Come on, buddy, hit it. Something bumped it. Algae. It's not grass. Crap. It's not grass. That's frustrating. Having them guys just come down right on top of you, that's a nuisance. And now they stopped after I moved. Maybe bumblebee color wasn't the right color. I might put back on my little shad pattern. I got multiple colors of these rooster tails, so I'm never sure what they want to hit. And you go around the tip and inside and around, around, around again. Bear with me, folks. I'm in pain as it is, and tell you what, it was quieter when I was down standing by a bus driving. Whoever he's after, apparently he's locked into, but no one will come get whoever it is. So it's not grass. Crap. A lot of freaking snot grass. Focus in, Michael. Let's just see if we can catch a fish. Just focus down and fish. There's just so much snot grass down here. I'm having so much trouble keeping that sucker hitting that bottom and stuff. I can't cast this down here. It's got too much gunk down here. Crap, this is what I'm gonna do. I should have probably put on a buzz bait. Let's see. We can pop her on here for a minute, see if they'll hit it rather than that spinner bait, because that little sucker is just getting too clogged in this crap down here. Just taking a quick second to retie this. I wanted to fish down there. It wasn't as much stuff down there. But apparently the people that work here decided they did not want me to fish here. Oh, well, you guys can hear my voice is still pretty frigged. Still pretty messed up. Yeah, we're just gonna switch to a little buzzer down here. See if that'll do it. Where to put my scissors? Oh, let me make sure I put that in the box so it doesn't get lost. There, I got my clippers. I wonder if these will work. They're broken, but hopefully they'll still clip. They did. All right, folks. All right, I think I'm calm now. Let's see what's going on in chat. Let's see. Seth says, hey, Hannah. Let's see. Dennis says, hi, Chad and everyone. Let's see. Arnold. How you doing, Arnold? And Cindy. How you doing, Cindy? Cindy's in the house. Cindy says, I'm driving, but hi, everyone. How you doing, Cindy? Let's see. Cindy says, hi. Arnold says, hey, Seth. Let's see. Seth says, hi. And Baron. How you doing today, Baron? Baron Kill says, hi. Seth says, hey, Hannah. And Lucy, how you doing today, Lucy? Lucy says hello. Seth says, hey. Lucy says hello, Seth. And Wild says, let's go. All right, my friend. Let's see if we can catch some. I switched to a little buzz bait. Hopefully I keep that out of that crap down here. I've also got on still a popper and a rooster tail, and I got a feather on my trailer. Gonna be one of those days. Gonna be one of them days. It actually looks pretty stormy out here right now. Yeah, I hate buzz baits that are weighed down way too much. This thing's 3 times the weight for the size of it. So you got a bender to get those things going on there as much as you can. Because that should immediately, when I start reeling, it should hit the surface, but don't. Look how fast I'm reeling. It's barely setting to the surface. Okay, what do I do with this to make it better? Now look at that. It's almost like a spinner bait, because this is how fast you got to reel it to. Yikes, dude. That's gonna get on my nerves. Why are you doing that? I won't even go at all. Well, so much for the buzz bait too. This thing is not spinning right. You should be able to bend these blades just the slightest bit so that they work better. But this thing is not wanting to cooperate. Look at that. It's just barely even spinning now. By the time I get it to the surface, it's already banked back to the bank. Yep, crap. So much for that, folks. That's not going to work. This buzz bait sucks. Dollar buzz baits at at Walgreens usually work okay, but that one is like. Let's see what else I got in here. Let's see what else I got in here, folks. I do have a pretty good little spinner bait. That's a willow leaf. And I have another Colorado. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So much for a comfortable, relaxing fishing trip. Trying to keep my mind off my eye hurting. Oh well. Crap. And I missed the eye, of course. That would have been a break off the first time I tried to slip hook. Yeah, to see this stuff, I'm not seeing great. My eye is like, it's all blurry. It's got green goo in it at the moment. Now what happens is when you get a scratch on your cornery, any kind of like particles and anything that get in there is going to yeah, it's gonna put out green goo. that's the point where I'm at right now. Just a little yucky, but I gotta deal with it. I do apologize if I'm not as positive as I normally am, but I'm in pretty good pain right now, folks. This thing hurts pretty good. I was dealing with it. I was like, okay, yeah, and the guys had come down and cut right over my lines, and the helicopter circling for the last hour and 45 friggin' minutes. All right, we got on a willow leaf this time. See if I can keep that up off the bottom, folks. Yeah, this got a bigger blade on her, so hopefully I can keep her up. Yeah, it looks good. Looks very good. Now let's see if we can catch a fish on her. Yeah, for $1, folks. A lot of times the the Walmart dollar spinner baits. Most of the time they're good, but sometimes they can be a little and just get her a little too deep, and that's what happens down here. Oh well, got to deal with it, folks. Got to deal with it. I'm surprised I haven't gotten a fish on this rooster tail yet. That's got me a little surprised. Usually I get pulverized by bluegill and stuff down here, but that trap, those weed whackers make a heck of a lot of noise, and unfortunately they might have spooked down here. We're gonna see if we can grind out here and see if we can catch a fish though with that difficulty occurring. Just a bigger challenge, folks. Now I gotta catch fish that are yeah, they're spooked to heck fire. We did catch one bass already, but unfortunately the camera was going patootsky. How's our angles, anyways? Can we see down the shoreline? Yeah, we can. I really don't want to get too far away though. We're gonna move. Yeah, the further away you guys get, the kind of ickier it looks. All right, let's get back to some fishing, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Let me see if I can get a fish on this rooster tail, folks. Ow! Ah, dang it. Oh, that's a had him. Had him popped off. Come on, buddies. That felt like a crappie. And whenever I get by the bank, snot grass. One of the best places to fish. And every time I do, it gets snot grass on it. Yeah, we don't even have any bait on us today, folks. We're just trying to see if we can coerce a few of these fish into hitting. Temperature's about 92 something degrees out here. Very high humidity. Yeah, but now the sirens start flailing there. Yeah, they're after someone. Yeah, it's not an ambulance, folks. That's a squad. Come on, buddies. I know you're here. I know you're here. All right, let me put a blue on this one. I don't think this bumblebee. Bumblebee's better for like trout and stuff. I don't think she's gonna work for uh, bluegill and bass and crappie and other things. Assuming I can find my blue again. It was right here a minute ago. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There we are, fishing in the park. Stupid eye. It's just here. Oh, there it is. I see it now. What the heck were you doing over in that corner? Just got bounced when I was switching spots. Checking where it's hard for me to tie a hook, folks. It really is. I get lucky a lot of times getting that through the eye. I can't see it. Pretty much feeling where the hole is. Hang on, just retying this on. And there we are. Trim that line up there. Alright. That's back. I don't know why I took off of the little blue guy. I'm not sure why I did that. Yeah, we switched colors. So that little bumblebee wasn't working. Bumblebee yellow and bronze. We got the blue. We call it blue lightning. Yep, lightning blue. Yep, lightning blue. That's it. This does more resemble like a shad and stuff. And this lake is full of shad. I was always amazed when I cast a rooster tail out here and don't get smacked by something. Honestly, I should probably put the spinnerbait on this one and pop. Dang it, really? Pop, come on, hit it. Twice. Dang. That was two pops. Just popping. Wouldn't take it all the way. This little stinker's small enough for even a bluegill to hit it, but a 3 or 4 pound largemouth will hit it as well. Do that. Let's see, I think I'll go back to that spinnerbait. I'll tell you what, let me move down a little bit further. Let me cast the old popper down here. The shoreline looks pretty still. I walk right to my line. You're watching a half blind angler right now, folks. I can't see bunkus. But I'm pretty much blind in my left eye. My right eye is the one that's friggin' messed up. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. I know you're here. Instead of cutting the dirt, why don't they cut a few of the reeds back a little bit? Not all the way. They don't have to cut them fully off. But nope, that would take too much work. They don't cut the dirt. of hair. I just gotta work some into hitting. I think that little spinnerbait, that micro, was actually the right plan. I should have just taken the trailer off. I think they cut this whole side of this shoreline, folks. I don't know if there's going to be any fish down here on this edge, because this has all been freshly cut. It looks like they might have cut this entire dang lake right around the edge. There wasn't anything around the edge. Oh man, it's 15 feet out too far. And my accuracy is off by about 3 or 4 feet because I cannot see where I'm casting. I'm guessing. One more cast with this before I come back and do spinnerbait. I'll come check that chat while I'm at it, folks. That was like way too far out again. I need to be in there close to the bank. I think we're in for some strikes, folks. I really do. It's just, I still ain't got it right. Very distinctive feeling these fish are going to be so spooky right now. It's going to be hard to get anything to hit. Alright, where's my tablet? Behind you guys. Let me go get it. I can come check that chat. Where's my spinnerbait tool while I'm at it? Grab it on here. I know I threw it in here. Where is it? And there it is. Yeah, I think we're going to leave the trailer off of it this time. How the heck did you do that? It went through a hook and then another hook, so it would get stuck. Ah, let go of it. Sheesh. I don't even know how it did that. That should not have happened either. And we are backed off of our regular feed again. And now we have to start over. Let's see, where were we in chat here? I believe this might be it. Yes, we are. Here we are, folks. Let's see. Bambi says hi. Seth says, hey, Johnny. Johnny Lamb, what's going on? How you doing? I'm not. That's just Yep, Johnny Lamb, how you doing? Johnny Lamb, says Seth. Arnold says, you look, and God bless. Bambi says hi, Arnold. Let's see, Arnold says hello. See, John says, check your trailer. See, Hannah says, that's good. Let's see, Seth says, praying for you, Hannah. See, Arnold says, yeah, beautiful day. It wasn't the trailer, it's just a cheap, yep, 98 degrees in St. Louis. Yep, you got it. Pretty hot. See, Princess, how you doing, Princess? Princess is hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Awesome, my friend, and so glad you could join us today. Seth says, hey, MBP. Hi, Seth. Let's see. 39 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. All right, let's put this on our... I'm going to keep the popper on that one, but I need this on my bait caster, which is over here. Not seeing great in my left eye. My right eye, folks. In my left eye, I'm pretty much blind in, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, now the wind's blowing pretty hard, 15 to 20 miles per hour down here. Better than roasting in the house, because after Numbnut stole my air conditioner, I haven't been able to get cool. I don't have, I can't, cheapest one I could find at Walmart was $149. And no way I'm going to be able to afford that. That's like the money I eat on for an entire month. Literally, that's about the amount I spend for food over a month. So either stay cool or stay fed. All right, I'm trying, folks. I'm trying to catch you guys a fish out here. I'm sure that shoreline would have done pretty good if it hadn't been stupid guys cutting the grass right down there. They cut the whole stink shoreline too. Every inch of this stuff from all the way around the lake. Because I looked over there, it's cut the same way as over there and over there and over there. Yeah, there isn't nowhere where it's not cut. That was a nice fish at the surface. I wonder what that was. Yeah, without the trailer, this should be much lighter. Assuming she's running straight, which she looks like she's running straight. I'm so light, I miscast that. That was on me that time. I put too much on my my wrist. Yeah, Bob got the brakes totally turned down on this thing. Come on, fishies. I know you're here. I know you're here, buddies. It's not grass. Big old shad someone just left on the bank dead. That would have been perfect for cut bait, but someone had to just leave it on a dang bank. Nice pound shad. Far out. These guys are in pretty shallow if they're here. I don't know how spooked they're going to be, but probably just sitting right on the dang bottom. Going to be hard to get them to even come up and hit anything now. Still spooking fry down here. There's not much what I can do about a day when they all of a sudden decide to cut the entire lake's edge of the shoreline. I'm sure the fish are back in here already, but they're basically like me right now. They're frustrated. They don't want to hit nothing. Like, you scared me. I don't want to do nothing. Leave me alone. Right back. Get something out here. Come on, bluegill. Come on, crappie. Come on, bassies. Where are you guys? Ah, that was up. Popped off on me. Felt like a crappie again. Over the tree right there. Now they're cutting the unused baseball diamonds. Haven't seen anyone play on that field in 2 years. And it's been about 2 years since I've seen people playing football and soccer and baseball out there. They keep them maintained for some reason. I don't know why. What we're probably going to do, folks, is go across the lake. I know it's going to be in the windy part of the lake, but looks like they cut over there first. So hopefully they're done with it. I still want to keep trying down this shoreline first, but there's so many bass up and down this one shoreline too. It's just, oh well. We'll have to try it again someday when they're not deciding to ruin the entire edge of the shoreline by cutting the grass down to the water and then cutting the dirt. You can kind of understand them cutting the grass up there, but why cut it all the way down to the edge of the water? I mean, that stuff was only like that tall. Now it's that tall. Makes no sense. Probably should have bought some worms. It's brought some worms. Very easy to catch fish with bait down here. It's just catching with artificial sometimes, especially after they get like totally freaked out by 4 guys making a racket that would wake up Lucifer. Oh, pop, dang it. Come on. Man, that was a heck of a pop and just. Come on, buddies. I know you're here. We are not getting skunked, folks. I'm gonna catch something. You have to work this whole dang lake. I'm gonna catch something. I mean, I already caught a bass, but it's just before the feed because it went to, the cloud thingy. Like, oh yeah, try again. After I went live feed, you say I'm live, and then you go to that stupid thing. Couldn't have done that while I was standing over there. Nope, couldn't do that when I was standing over there. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's move down a little bit further down here. Right at the edge of this tree down here. Look at that. Why does it? I did not touch that screen on this. Oh, this stuff's gonna keep happening today. Don't worry about it, Michael. Let's see, Pierre, what's going on? How you doing today, Pierre? And Glenn, how you doing today, Glenn? Tom says, hey, Seth. Let's see, Pierre says, yo, Glenn. Tom says, feeling better yet, Mike? No, not in the least. My eyes hurt so dang bad. It's why I'm a little frustrated. I was in a good enough mood to go out fishing and fish with you guys, but then helicopters start circling down here, making a racket, and then they had to come down here and cut the grass like an inch from the guy. Just walked right in front of where I was fishing. That was fun. Drop it, Mike. Drop it. Ed, what's going on? How you doing today, Ed? Ed says, hello, Mike. How are you? Not great. My eyes got a scratch in the cornery, so unfortunately I'm having to deal with that. And antibiotic drops in my eyes. Those suckers sting like the dickens. Ed says, hello, Tom. Tom says, Edwin. Edwin says hello. All right, 5 people in and 46 thumbs up. Plus, guess what, folks? I already had a 2-pound largemouth on. Yeah, I went over there, cast it for about 3 or 4 minutes, caught a bass, showed it off, come over here, and the sucker had turned off the moment I turned the live feed on. It went to cloud, please retry. I sat here and looked. It said live. Oh, gonna get on my nerves. You just gotta laugh about it. It's the only thing you can really do to keep yourself from crying. It's one of those days, folks. One of them days. It's just one of those days, my friend. Just one of those crazy kooky days. And I got a wing knot. Of course. What is wrong with you? I think it's off now. I think I got that right. It's hard to see. I'm guessing most of the time where my popper is. What is wrong with you? I think I'm still on feed. Quite a distance away, but we're still on feed. Muck. Even when I do that, I'm still. cast, folks. I know I'm getting too far away from you guys. Pretty good cast for someone half the line. A little bit of fry just spooked. All right, back to the. I don't want to catch a fish. I want to catch a fish. Where's your tail? There's got to be something around this edge. Got to be something around this edge. Still left. Didn't get spooked by the weed wickers, wick whackers, Willy Wonka and a chocolate factory. Great time to come out and do this when it's 98 degrees, folks, right? All right, this doesn't pan out, folks. We're going to go on one of my little very interesting spots over there underneath the tree. There's a big set of cypress trees over there I like to fish underneath sometimes. If they're cutting like that, there's no way they could have hit in that spot because they'd have fallen in. Even I have trouble standing on it sometimes. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. It's just a quick ride over there on my scooter. Loud. 25,000 car with a muffler that makes that kind of noise. Yeah, this whole lake's probably spooked right now, folks. Lucky I can catch a bluegill. Come on. Pop and let it go. Man, tough right now, folks. Those guys couldn't have done that like 2 hours before, like an hour from now. No. The moment I come out here fishing, they come out of their building over there and just circle the entire lake. Pop. All right, folks, I think we're going to move again. I'll say hi and chat. We're going on another little scooter trip, folks. Yeah, we're going on another little scooter trip. Let's see. It says hello, Tommy. Edwin says hello, Seth. And hog fishing, what's going on? How you doing, hog fishing? Hog says, what's going on, brother? I've caught a 2-pound largemouth, but the camera went friggin'. The moment I turned the live feed on, it went cloud retry, and I didn't notice it. So yeah, we're still trying to catch a fish now. They cut the entire grass around the lake, spooked the heck out of it. So I'm trying to compensate, try to figure out somewhere to catch fish. Let's see, Seth says, hey, Hogged. Let's see, Survival says, MBP, hello, sir. How you doing today, Survival? Seth says, hey, Survival. All right, 5 people still in. Let's see, and 54 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. And thank you so much for tuning in. Come on, fishy, you are not going to skunk me. I don't care about catching Rex. If I'll fish down here too. Yeah, I ain't quitting, folks. I ain't doing it. We're not giving up. We're going to go all the way around to the other side of the... Hopefully they haven't messed up that side as much as they have this one. Okay. Name of this video, of course, is Spinning, Buzzing, and Popping. Tried a buzzbait for a while, no such luck. Kept digging into the garbage here. So switched to a spinnerbait and a rooster tail. I could try a bigger spinnerbait. I've got some bigger ones in there. There's no problem with that. All right. I do not want to lose that stupid wire. It's the only one I've got left. Eye's pretty infected still, folks. So I've got a scratch on my coronary here. It's it hurts. That doesn't matter. We're out here fishing. Gotta get the job done. Stick this in our pocket. La la la. All right. I've been practicing with this technique, by the way. Little body camera style stuff. Not that difficult. Not if I had a better camera, I wouldn't go pixelated on you guys while I'm doing it, but oh well. It's just for travel purposes. Once I get over there, I'll reset it and you guys can get a clear picture. Oop, forgot my tablet. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached. And chances are I will forget it even though it is attached. That makes sense? Whatever. We're just trying to catch a fish, folks. We really are. No pun intended. I caught one and I was just so ticked off about that to begin with. Now we're going to have to start over again. Going on a little scooter trip. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Yeah, this is how I caught that big bass. Give this a shot real quick. I don't know. I think we'll keep going. We'll come back to her. Yeah, I want to get over here. Ouch, ouch, bumpy, bumpers. A lot of crap on the streets here. It's a lot trickier to think to ride this and hold your rods and chat with you guys at the same time. Yikes! Incoming! Run for your lives! It's MBP! Run, run, run! Now you notice it didn't go messed up while I was doing that, but when I started to feed, it went a little interesting there, don't you think? I'm always paranoid as the way YouTube's like, we don't like you. We're just going to turn your live stream off right in the beginning. That way you... Oh, boy. All right, let's get a tripod back out and get you guys back on it. Yeah, if you're wondering how I'm doing this, I've got a top pocket. So that cell phone fits in perfectly into the top pocket. I practice this with my friends on WhatsApp. It's actually pretty cool. Doesn't require all that much equipment, just a shirt and your cell phone. See 5 incredible people still in it, seeing 54 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. And we are back in our spot. All right, let's see what's going on in chat. Let's see, Hog didn't see survival. Says hey survival. All right, let me make sure we're clear. There we are. I'm over it, folks. That ticked me off for a little bit, but what are you gonna do? You know, they could have waited until I was done with spot fishing. I mean, give me 8 or 10 minutes, I'd have been done. But no, 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 no. A little bit too much work for them. Just a little bit too much work for them. And no way they can cut back here because they can't cut underneath these trees. Pretty cool riding with me on my scooter, ain't it? Well, I'm surprised that's not getting popped. What is wrong with that stupid line? Keeps going right around it one spot. Alright, how's our angles? We should be able to see me still. Actually, it looks like we might have some storms coming through. Yeah, I probably can't see it with this wind blowing like this. So let me switch to the old spinnerbait here. I can't cast this spinnerbait underneath these trees, left-handed sidearm, so I'm gonna switch it right up to my other rod. Real quick, only take a second. Yeah, I don't care if you turn your music up loud as heck. I've got a mic feed on. Oh, look at me. I got an expensive motorcycle riding through the park. Let me turn my music up really loud. Here, police. Here I am. Here I am. And they wonder why. Never mind. Yeah, I think I'll put a trailer back on this. This is way too good of a spot. With that, I took it off over there because those after that 2-pounder, I had a couple pops on her, and they were smaller fish, so I took the trailer off to make her a little bit smaller of a profile. But unfortunately, that did not pan out because they cut the bank, and that was spooked them, and that's the end of that spot for the day. Yeah, those fish aren't going to come back into that shoreline until tomorrow, folks. Seriously. It's the one thing they don't like in this lake. You can throw a cast net over their heads, and they do not care. They're used to it. But if you bring a tractor down on top of them, they going Yeah, they are not going to like it, unfortunately. That's a no-no. Diddy no-no. Oh, my eye hurts. Dang, that thing hurts. Why did it do that? That was weird. It went down too deep. Gotta turn that over. Alright, that looks better. Let me make sure my skirt is straight. Alright, I gotta trim that. Need my clippers. Where are you, clippers? Clippers, clippers, clippers. I'm not even smoking right now. My eye is so messed up. I can't even light a cigarette. So, all right, we got our little mini striking spinnerbait back on, folks. It's got a good little flipping lure, so I can cast them underneath these trees. Not spooking them too much. What is wrong with that line? Real stupid thing. That looks pretty good. Little snot grass on her. I don't worry about that too much. Worry about the way this thing won't reel right. She is digging right there. Really. Looks like I got a groove in my reel. I'm gonna have to fix that when I get home. Hope that's something popped it. That was interesting. I wonder what that was. Where's my rooster tail? That wasn't too big, but it was a pretty good pop on them. Right over this one. Let's find out. Skipped underneath the tree. Kind of hard pressed to skip a rooster tail, but it did. Surprised I actually did. In fact, you guys can still see me. I think. There's no way that popper's gonna work down on the shoreline. There's too much wind. Even a buzzbait fish could hear it down here. Pop. What the heck was that? I think it was a carp jumping. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. That is surprising. I thought for sure I got a strike down on this bank. It's hard to walk too. My equilibrium's off. Gotta put this popper up. Make sure I don't lose her. Could put a bigger spinnerbait on my other rod. Put like a Colorado on. Willow leaf would probably be better. I'll put the willow leaf on. It's already got a trailer, so I'll put the willow leaf on my bait caster. Come on, fishy fishies. I'm tuned in to trying to catch a fish, folks. I am. I gotta focus. There is no pain. It does not hurt. It does not hurt. Does that work? Nah. Remember in Rocky Balboa, there is no pain, there's no pain, there is no pain. Yeah, you bet your butt there's pain. And it takes me twice as long to tie a hook, and I can't see the stupid thing. Well, it's tied on. Turn the leader here. I did catch a bass today, folks. I did. Just stupid camera went off on me. All right, this will be on our bigger rod. This is a $1 Walmart brand willow leaf. Yeah, willow leaf. Double whip bladed. Willow, Colorado. It's a little bit bigger of a spinnerbait. It's hard to cast in this spot with a bait caster because there's not a lot of room. Oh, got him, folks. Got him. Fish on. Awesome. Got him, folks. Right at the rod tip. Come on, buddy. Got him. Awesome, folks. Got him, folks. No skunk for MVP. Haha. Yeah. Let me get him cleaned off here for a minute. Awesome fish, folks. Hit right by the rod tip. Beautiful guy. That's about pretty close to 2 pounds. I'd probably go about 1.75 pounds on that one. Nice fish, folks. Beautiful. No skunk for MB. I feel better now, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Even half blind, MVP still manages to catch a nice tank. Beautiful fish, folks. Gorgeous. Check out the mouth on that guy. Open your mouth and say, ah. Gotta love it, my friends. Gotta love it. Beautiful guy. Yeah, he's been caught before too. Got that little. No, that's where my hook was doing. I'll see the other hook works his mouth. All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll go about 2 pounds on that one. Yeah, that was on the. Dollar Walmart dollar spinnerbait. That's tipped with a Strike King Rage Tail. So really helps. Don't ask me why, but it does. Let's see what's going on in chat. 4 people still in. Let's see 54 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate you guys staying in. Appreciate it, Tom. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. Friendly, how you doing, Friendly? Friendly says hi, everyone. It says tornado watch to your north, MVP. All right, thank you for letting me know. It is cooling off out here. I'm pretty close to the house, so if she starts getting bad, that's one of the reasons why I like fishing this lake. I'm literally about maybe 7 or 8 minutes from the house on my scooter, anyways. About 20-minute walk. Let me make sure I've got everything situated. Hey, it was a good idea to move, folks, wasn't it? He says hi friendly. Let's see. Tom says, I'm pretty sure. Let me actually, Hog, let me make sure to get you a wrench, buddy. You've been in quite a bit recently, and you've got make sure yep, you got a wrench, buddy. Yeah, that was pretty well. Camera feed, that was pretty well done. This is what's your bait today? All right, let's see. What am I using? I'm using a Strike King spinnerbait. I mean a Walmart dollar uh, willow double willowy spinnerbait. That's chipped with a um, Strike King Rage Craw. I've also got a rooster tail on. I had a popper on earlier, but that kind of wasn't panning out. The wind's a little bit too heavy. Let's see. Friendly says hi, everyone. This says I've been through 5 tornadoes. Yeah, I've been through a few myself, friend. Let's see. Tom says, oh wow, 5 Seth. That's pretty messed up. I've been hit by lightning. Let's see. Tom says, nice one, Mike. Appreciate that, Tom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See 5 incredible people still in and seeing 54 thumbs up. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Yeah, that last one was on the. This is a Walmart brand. That's just $1. Now the race tails are $2.99, but you get 6 of them in there, so they're just trailers. Yeah, I'm trying to get a cast underneath these trees. That one pulverized it right at the rod tip. Ain't no skunk for MVP. No skunk indeed. Took me a while. Took me a plug minute and a half, actually. I thought they wouldn't be able to cut underneath these big trees here. Fishing here, they don't get spooked quite as much. They don't get cast by cast nets either, because no one can cast them underneath the trees. Skipped her. Not easy to skip a spinnerbait. Oh, that was up. Ooh, that was a smaller bass, but funny that bass wouldn't hit the smaller spinnerbait that I could hook his butt on. No, he hits the bigger spinnerbait that I can't hook his butt on because he's not big enough. It's only about like an 8 or 10 inch bass. He wasn't big enough to get the stupid hook in his mouth. Yeah, the problem with this eye infection, folks, is that the stupid thing, it's got fluid draining down my nose. And that fluid is constantly itching my throat. So it's making me hack all the time. That's why my voice sounds so nasally. It's Eric, what's going on? How you doing today, Eric? Eric says, hey, everyone. You're having a good day. Better day now that I've been able to bank a beauty. So we caught one largemouth, about 2 pounds off feed, and one largemouth on feed. That first one I got was about the same as the second one. Unfortunately, the camera went to. Yeah, the second one was okay though. We just got that. Yeah, it was a nice 2-pounder, folks. It looks like they're going after like bigger schools of shad. So that little Colorado blade, that little one, doesn't seem to be putting out enough draw to get them in. So, plus this wind blowing over here, they might not be able to tune in on it. Well, they're actually pretty sucky casts. I was trying to get further to that point. Yeah, it still ain't over here. Yeah, this is a sweet spot, folks, when you're casting a spinnerbait. It's right where the water, the blade pretty much disappears. You can also fish them right down by the bottom, of course. You can fish them right up at the surface, but that sweet spot works really good. Got too close to the bank, folks. Just got in a little bit too close. It's not grass. Blame that one on them being half blind. That's where I'm trying to get to. And you want to try to keep that in that sweet spot as long as possible. What the heck is that dead? It's not a catfish. What is that? I guess that is a catfish. Something ate most of it. Yuck. I feel better now, folks. I do. It only took me 2 friggin' hours to catch a bass. Oh, on feed, anyways. It took me 5 minutes to catch one, but stupid camera went. Let me cast the rooster tail out here a bit, see if I can snag a big old crappie or bluegill or something out here. Well, I tell you about this little spot with these cypress trees. It can be really good. Where'd that guy go anyway? I saw him walk by. Where'd he go? I do not know. There it is. I'm just checking my gear and everything. I couldn't see it. The trees were in the way. Come on, blue geese. Come on, crappies. I know you're here. I always catch some of them guys out here. Temperature is like 98 degrees, folks. It's pretty hot. Especially when that sun comes out. And we got a pretty good boat flip on that last bass, too. Bank flip, whatever you want to call it. Boat flip, I like it. Sheesh, it did take me about 2 freaking hours to catch a bass. Well, I can blame it on the fact that I'm half blind at the moment, folks. In fact, I'm about 3/4 already half blind. I was already half blind to begin with. Let's see, Terry, what's going on? How you doing today, Terry? Or is that Terry? Dang it, I gotta go sit in my box here. I saw a T there. Hang on, let me get something to read the chat with. We're in the sun there. So I gotta get something. Where is my little box thing? There it is. Got it. I forgot to keep my little baggie thing with me. I spent all day in the hospital yesterday, folks. And now it gets shaded, of course. Duh. Now it will get shaded. That's Eric. Eric sent the gold. Gold coin. I appreciate that, my friend. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the gems. Eric says, hey, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day. Awesome, my friend. I hope you guys are enjoying the show today. See 5 people in and seeing 57 thumbs up. That is just incredible, my friends. Knowing how long it took me to catch a fish. Get that little cypress tree out of the way for you guys. I know you guys are like, get that thing out of the way, MVP. It's in the way. Yeah, that is like, I'm not casting that right now. That's better. I can't cast it overhanded yet. We got trees behind us. That was a good bass, folks. Nice. Unfortunately, he hit right at the rod tip, so I didn't get to fight him all that much. You got to get those fish in quick or you're going to lose them. I've learned that about bass fishing a long time ago. They hit right by the rod tip, get them in. That's just surprising. And I got a little snot grass on there, didn't I? Oh, well, it's not too bad. I can't. See, when I hit that, look at that. There's a tree behind me. I got a cast like that. My eyes are already messing the things up. Ah, crap. Yeah, tie around there, why don't you? Oh, boy. Quit it. This you've got major advantage over me. I'm half blind. I'm sorry about that, folks. There's nothing I can do. Throat itches so dang much. I had a soda, actually. That's one reason why it really ticked me off. Those guys ran over it with a tractor. They weren't even looking. My styrofoam cup got squished. They owe me a $2.99 soda. Where's your tail? I'm actually casting that out there pretty good considering the wind is right in my face. Yeah, it's 98 degrees, folks. To get even a bass in this weather is pretty impressive. I mean, it's freaking warm. So warm out here, the bluegill aren't even wanting to hit. I'm sure when the evening sets, they start hitting, but I don't like being down fishing in the city when she starts getting dark. I've done it before, but not as a rule of thumb. I know the fishing's better a lot of times. I don't like doing it. That's crazy, not even getting a nibble on a rooster tail out there. All right, let's try the old mini Strike King. This is the one I usually get the bigger bass on because I can bomb her out there. I can usually get a little bit more distance with her. Let's cast right where we just fished. That's another rule of got to keep remembering, folks, is to cast back where we just fished. Got the tree. Dang it. I wonder why that felt weird. That cast don't count. I got stuck in a tree. And I'm stuck in a tree again. Up there, come off. Where do I want to cast this? There we go, right in there. Line reel. Muck. Not grass. Oh, it's not grass. Crap. Stuff would not come off. Once you get that stuff on your hook, you might as well just pull your bait in because nothing's going to hit it. Unfortunately, it's the death of any fishing lure. But it's a quick death because all you have to do is get the stuff off your lure and get it back out there. I'm amazed I'm not getting any like bluegill and stuff on the rooster tail. This lake is full of like bluegill and crappie. For me to cast a rooster tail out there and not get a strike, it's almost like they're even swimming or something. Almost nothing usually spooks them things. I had a couple of strikes, but couldn't hook them. Pop, come on. Something rolled on. Did it again. Man, come on. That's twice that fish smacked at it. Pop, come on. What is that? What is that? Something keeps popping at it. Yep, won't hit the rooster tail. Guess it's just not quite big enough to get his attention. Looks big enough to me. It's like a little fry. A little minnow. It's like food. Folks, I think we're gonna move again. Unfortunately, this one's gonna take me a minute because I've got to go over and get our gear because we're getting too far away from our stuff. This is one of the drawbacks of bass fishing, is keeping moving around all the time. Yep, I got cottonmouth again. Yeah, it's been another 8 hours. I should probably get home and get another eye droplet full of that antibiotic stuff for my eyeball. Try to get in 2.5 hours for you guys. And I did put a little short feed out for everyone, members only, for my visit to the hospital. The ER when I was in there. It's kind of a medical thing. I wasn't sure if YouTube would actually like it, so I figured I'd put it members only. That way you guys can keep up with what's going on and still wouldn't have to worry about YouTube giving me a strike. Alright, that's everything moved except for the rods and you guys. Reel these into the tips. And we'll get the let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Grab one. The sucker was letting go. He's not letting go. Yeah, that's a problem. This eye keeps draining fluid into my nasal cavity. It's causing me to cough quite a bit. Making my nose itch. Les, how you doing, Les? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Les says MBP. That says hi, Les. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Let's see, 8 incredible people in and seeing 63 thumbs up. Yeah, we've caught one pretty good bass so far. About 2 pounds. We had another one on feed right before, but unfortunately the phone went when I turned it on. When I started the feed, it went to cloud. Crap. You know what I mean, folks? When you ever try to, it's basically telling you don't have a signal, but you do have a signal. It wants to catch you off guard. And it did. Took me about 4 or 5 minutes to figure it out. That was a pop. Did it again right there. Dang. What is that? My fingers right. Cast my wrist tail around a bit. Plus, I can cast back in this direction as well. Come on, blue geese. Come on, blue geese. I know you guys are here. A couple bluegill, nice crappie. Would be nice. But it just seems like everything's shut down recently. River, there's fish everywhere and you can't seem to catch them. Caught one. Today, the same thing. It seems like everything's slow right now. Yeah, we'll get it out there, way out there deep. See if there's anything out there. Well, even a bluegill, that's surprising if you get out there and you don't even get any bluegill on a rooster tail. It's just getting too hot too quickly for them, I guess. We've had a super cold, check the mic. Let's see, she's still on. Yep. Yeah, we've had a super cold, spring and early summer, and all of a sudden it goes from like 80 for a high to like almost 100 for a high. It can really mess with them, folks. It can. I got one. I'm more than happy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy. I'm happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. You ain't got to catch 100 fish a day sometimes. Sometimes one's good enough. I see a lot of time one is good enough. That's another dead fish. Big old bluegill head. I see catfish down here dead sometimes. You don't see bluegill. What's going on, man? They stock this lake over too much, folks. They do. They put just way too many fish in here. People complain they can't catch fish, so they overstock them with small fish, and then put some bass in here to try to keep the smaller fish from getting too overpopulated, and then people keep the bass. You gotta have those smaller bass in these lakes, or unfortunately, you're gonna get an overpopulation of them. Well, let's move around this guy. We'll go underneath the where that one bench is. We'll be real quick about it. I won't even break you guys down. Back in my pocket here real quick. And get over there really quick, folks. I didn't take anything out. We just got to put that right back in there. Oh, that's the wrong bag. Got to put it in this one. That's the one she goes in. Because that one it ain't going to fall out of. Okay, where are my rods? I got my rod. I got my big fish to come my way. We're going to go right over. Oh, whoa. Run. Quick trip. Short clip. Okay, this isn't too bad doing it like this, is it, folks? You get a kind of a much better view of doing this when I do it like this. I'm interested to see how she comes out on the final feed take. I've been practicing with this little technique. Not as easy as it looks. All right, let's see what's going on in chat. And Gator, what's going on? How you doing today, Gator? How you doing today, Colt? Colt says hi. And let's see, we also have Nicole. How you doing today, Nicole? Join the show today. still landed to you at 66 thumbs up. It's just incredible, my friends. You guys are enjoying the show. We've only caught one largemouth on feed. Now, we did catch another one off feed. Unfortunately, the camera went, so that one didn't come in. It was about 2 pounds. It's a day, Mike. Not a real good one. Yeah. Not the worst, not the best. Just another day. Try to make the best of every day, but sometimes they can go a little wonky. Yeah, sometimes they can go a little kaplad. Crappy, but so we make the best of every day. Take the curveballs as they come. That's probably the best advice I can tell you. Take those curveballs as best as you can, as best they come, and try to avoid those knuckleballs. Hey, that one bass got my heart pumping. I forgot about my eye hurting for a couple minutes. Dang it. Someone's slamming in the back of my head with a friggin' sledgehammer. Oh, that was I had one and I just got snagged. Man, I think that rooster tail is toast. Because I know what I'm on. I'm on that stupid cast net that's snagged out here. That is not coming off, unfortunately. I just lost a $3 rooster tail, folks. And that is not coming off anytime soon. I can reel her right down to her and she's not going to come off. Yeah, that's a friggin' cast net. Boy, I hate when people use cast nets in lakes. Oh, Lord. Well, I'll stick with the spinner bait and the spinner bait, folks. I just got to remember that stupid cast net is stuck over there. I thought it was gone, but I haven't seen it in a while. It must have come up again. Another thing about cast nets you guys may or may not know, they get buried in the mud, and since they're synthetic, they will stay indefinitely because they'll come up on you like 6 months later, a year later, 3 years later, whatever. That sucker will surface and you'll wind up fish get killed and get snagged on it again. Muck. Dang it. Right. One chunk of algae. That was a. Dang it. There's another smaller bass. Yeah, they just aren't big enough to hit this one. Those little 8 and 10-inch bass I catch, yeah, they're just not big enough to hit this spinner bait. He keeps nipping at it too. I How long have we been in, folks? Got a few more minutes. Yeah, pull my trailer down, you little stinker. I see you now. Little stinker, pull my trailer down. Alright, we have, MC Gator says, I hope you're having a good day. Had better, had worse. One of those days. See 10 incredible people in and seeing 68 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I do sure hope you're enjoying the show today. Alright, we're gonna move one more time. So we got a few more minutes left. Assuming I don't catch another fish. Catch another fish if I keep on. Frog. No frogs. You ain't big enough. It ain't frog season yet. Grow up so I can eat you. Frog legs. Yummy. And he says heads up. Says golf ball sized hail and storms to your north, MBP. Wow. Seriously? Okay, Seth. I don't see a dark cloud around right now. I got a few more minutes. It ain't gonna come in about 15, 20 minutes. So honestly, I don't see anything down here right now. But thanks for letting me know. It's probably on its way. Probably come from, yeah, that way. I can see them way off in the distance now. I should have about a half hour before those hit, and I'm probably not going to be fishing much longer unless the fish start hitting really good, in which case I fish to the last opportunity. I really don't want to get hit by lightning again, folks. That was unpleasant. One of the few things I've ever run from, folks, on live feed. Yeah, I was out fishing in a snowstorm, and we got a bolt of lightning in the middle of that snowstorm, and I took off like a bat. MBP does not like lightning. He does not like it. Interesting. Let's give the old bigger spinnerbait a shot. That happened in the last spot I was down there. Cast that Colorado down there 3 or 4 times, wouldn't touch it. Throw the willow leaf down there and he pulverizes it. Uh-oh. Wing knot. That's a bird's nest. That's not too bad of one though. And it is not quite out. All right, she's out. Now, once you get it and drop it to the bottom like that, a spinnerbait, you might as well bring it in because you know it's going to get crap on it. Yep, you know it's going to get some muck on it. And once it's got that stuff on it, forget about it. And just, we'll get that rest of that stuff off with her. Yeah, I see her way over off in the distance now, Seth. I just want to make a run of this one shoreline before we hang it up. Oh, there's a pop. Come on, dang it. Bass just aren't quite big enough to hit that full-bladed, full-size spinnerbait. Yeah, I see her now, Seth. She's coming. I definitely see what you're talking about. That's in way shallow, folks. I got a reeler at this speed, or I'll be hitting the bottom every 5 seconds. Come on, algae, get off of there. Get off of there, you stinker. What the heck did I hit? Ain't nothing over the top of me. I'm looking like, what the heck did I hit? There ain't nothing behind me. Hmm. Those are just smaller bass. They're not quite big enough to hit that full size spinnerbait. Pop, pop. Like 8 or 10 inches. They're just grabbing onto the trailer. They're on their way here near Columbia, Missouri, currently. All right, my friend. Tell you what, we're by 2 hours and 30 minutes. Sounds like a pretty good stream. Not a lot of strikes. Did catch one nice bass on feed today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Yeah, I'm gonna call her quits. I need to go back home and get some more antibiotic for my eye here. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm just gonna add my old good luck, stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.